In this module, I'm going to talk about the technology that we utilize with the School of Professional Counseling. I'm not going to provide you with the how to's of each one of these softwares, but I am going to talk about kind of the relevance and how or why we use that software. All right. So, this is an overview of the different softwares I'm going to talk about. And so, you'll see each one of these kind of as we go through this video. What you'll see is that with each one of these, there's different ways you can log in and different ways that we're going to utilize these different softwares. All right, so my LWC, this is what we're going to also, you'll hear us refer to as the portal. So you'll be able to access the QR code with the PowerPoint for Module 1, and you can just utilize the direct link there or utilize the QR. And this is where you're going to go to access all the different information associated with Lindsay. From the portal, you can get to Canvas, our learning management system. You can get to your different courses. You can get to Banner, all those other ones that we'll talk about in just a few minutes. You can access from the portal from ILWC. From here, like I said, you can get to Canvas. In Canvas is where you're going to find your courses. You've gotten to this point in the orientation, so I know you know how to access our orientation through Canvas. You'll also be able to find the online student basic training course. Ashley Miller, the director of our online student success, has put together that course. In that course, you will be given how-to training on how to use each of the elements of Canvas. And so it's going to be really helpful in helping you be successful in an asynchronous online course. And so we know that you already can use Canvas because you've gotten to this point in the orientation, but it's going to go into a lot of depth on different ways and different things that you can do. And it's going to help prepare you for your classes. So that course needs to be completed by the end of week 1 of classes. And of course, we ask that you complete our orientation before your synchronous orientation experience. And so uh, you should have completed all these modules at that point. So once again, we have the online counseling orientation that's orienting you to our program, to the counseling program. And then you have the online student basic training course, which is orienting you to Canvas and how to be a successful online student. So, two different courses that you need to complete by the end of the first week of classes, and ours by your synchronous orientation date. All right, I have multiple screens, so I lose my cursor very easily, and for some reason, enter is not working. Okay. You also have the student email accounts. Um, at this point in the orientation, you know that professionalism is very, very important to us. We want you all to be seen and acting as professionals. One of the ways you can do that is by using your Lindsay Wilson College email. So, faculty, staff, we are going to only utilize that email. We will not be utilizing your personal email at this point. And so, we ask that you as a student check your email daily. Get in that habit, get into that routine. We ask that our faculty and staff respond to you within 24 to 48 hours on business days. So I ask the same of you as a student. You know, as we've talked about on the grad student review and recommendation, that GSRR, you'll receive feedback on professionalism. And that means email communication, both in the way that you email and are you responsive. I mean, I've had advisees not be responding to their advisors and receive negative feedback on their GSRR because their advisor can't reach them to set up the GSRR meeting. And so it's important that you be responsive. You're checking your email, you read the emails. Whenever you have trouble logging into your email, you can reach out to the computer center. Their information is on this slide, and they can help you with that. All right, Banner. So that is another one of the kind of technologies that you can access from the portal. Banner is what you're going to use for things like registering for your classes. Dr. Stewart registers you for your classes your first semester. And then after that, you will work with your advisor and you register yourself for classes. On Banner, you can also check your final grades. You can look at your transcript. This is where you can access your financial aid information, your billing. So, a lot, anything that's important, essentially, any important documentation for Lindsay Wilson you can find within Banner. And so it's really important that you keep your information up to date. This is where you can check that and make sure that is the case. Supervision assist. I know we talked about that a lot in the clinicals module. So you will be able to access this. You will purchase this right before you begin practicum. And this is where you're going to go to. It houses all of your clinical documentation, all of your clinical hours. This is where you can record your tapes. It is HIPAA compliant. I like to always stress that. So you can use that with site supervisors or potential site supervisor. It's a HIPAA compliant service. Most of our instructors, it has like a video meeting, uh, very similar to Zoom portion of it. So a lot of our instructors will host class through Supervision Assist. So you receive a class link through Supervision Assist. You log in there, and that's how you access that synchronous class for that experience. If you are looking for a site and you want to utilize the supervision direct the site directory in Supervision Assist, your advisor, once that person is assigned to you, you can ask them to add you in, and you can actually set up what's a limited account within Supervision Assist. And there you'll be able to utilize the site directory. So you can have a limited account from the beginning with Lindsay Wilson, and you can utilize the site directory and then wait until right before practicum to purchase it, and access the full account when you need to upload the site information. There is a Lindsay Wilson College app, so we recommend you going ahead downloading that, getting that set up. There is a School of Professional Counseling experience, and so existing users down there below shows you how to go ahead and set that part up. I will say it's not readily used, but some students have found it beneficial, and especially when you're on main campus for residency, this might be something you would like to have for the map features, things like that. So I do recommend downloading it and go ahead and having that on your phone for that experience. That is it for the technology section. Jump on the question and answer discussion board if you have any questions, and we would love to help you out there.